you all been waiting for, or the moment I can't even speak, the moment y'all been waiting for. See, no, it's the moment you all, right? Comment below if I'm correct. The moment you all been waiting for. Yes. See, so when I say you all, I'm not wrong, or when I say you guys, I'm not wrong, or yous guys. My cousin used to say that. Mark the Shark. Yous guys. But yous all been waiting for this. You all. Carmel Primotalii. Wicked looking pepper. I've never tried one. I've gotten a few ripe ones off my plants. These took the longest to ripen than any other pepper, which usually is a sign that it's going to be hot. And so, but I sent a few out. Espicante Tomas got one, and somebody else, I don't remember. Oh, I used a bad knife. My tip broke of the pepper. Damn, that is a terrible cut, Uncle Bocow. Johnny Scoville would be ashamed of me. Look at that. I butchered it. Oh my god. Oh, look at the oils. You guys can't really see that if I... Yeah, you can see them now. That is frickin' an oily pod, man. So the smell, it smells like... I don't know. It smells kind of like the super gross caramel that I grew last year. Somebody is growing that this year, by the way. I don't remember who. Maybe Will. I'm not sure, but all right, Carmel Primotalii. Screaming hot. All I did was ate the tip. Screaming freaking hot, man. Bitter for sure. I think this thing is probably just as hot as the red or the chocolate. I'm gonna cut this baby up and try some food. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. The red at least has a little bit of sweetness, red pod sweetness. The chocolate has a little bit of it has earthy notes, but it also has a little bit of sweetness to it. That just does not have really much of either. It's just hot and a little bit bitter. It's not doesn't really have a flavor. It's almost like a... I don't know how to explain it. This food might be too hot. It's gonna ramp it up even worse. Alright, we're gonna pour some Mad Mash and then put a chunk of pepper upon it like that. See how it tastes with food. It's not bad. It's kind of a neutral taste if you're looking for that. It's a little bit floral. Kind of has a bitter floral 1-2 punch like at the same time. I don't like it. I mean, I think maybe as a powder, when you dehydrate pods, the floralness is gone. But it's oily as all heck. It's not bad. I mean, it's not like a frickin' I mean, there's some pods, chocolate Douglas, chocolate Moruga, even red Moruga. I don't like Reapers Fresh. It's not as bad as those, okay? So don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's just got a little... floral and bitter notes. It's hot, screaming hot. I don't know. Yeah. Now, I am going to dehydrate some. I mean, I threw a couple in dehydrator with some other pods. But I'm going to probably do a powder and see how it tastes. And I bet you it'll be really good as a powder. Like with any other pod I've had like this before. It's just really good with POW. In the POW form. Screaming hot though. Got some sauces as a gift from Ruthless Reaper. So yeah. Thank you, Ruthless Reaper. Good job in your good luck in your pepper eating contest. You got some heavy hitters coming up there. That's Picante Tomas. Ryan. Yeah. We got Ryan and Lee. They're gonna be here with me in a few days. They're gonna redeem Mrs. Bullcow. So Saturday, 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a live stream scheduled on here. If you see that, hit the button that says notify me. That way you don't forget. You can come on and watch. It is going to be a rainy day. I am probably going to have my feet soaked in the first 10 minutes, but I live stream it every year. Mrs. Bullcow competed in the NC hot sauce hot pepper eating contest by Bailey Farms. She competed the last 2 years. She made it through the hotter peppers, but when they went back to these big jalapenos, she couldn't do it. I don't know how anyone can, honestly, but the reigning champ is Ben from Arizona, and we are going to try to see if somebody from my team can take him out, and it's $1,000 cash prize for first place, and second place is $300. So Ryan and Leella could take first and second place as a couple. But anyways, with that being said, Ruthless Reaper, Jason Pettibone, but you know he don't eat peppers. But he's in the pepper eating contest. Anyways, it's a Maryland supremacist thing. We know it. That's how you got in. Just kidding. But Espicante Tomas and Leella and Ryan, Steven, the hot sauce guy, and a few others. I'm sorry if I didn't mention everyone. Is going to be in this League of Fire Road to America's Belt match on September 30th in Maryland. It's really Maryland. We just all say it wrong. With that being said, all right, let's get into the rest of this. Wicked freaking hot. So with that being said, yeah, we got some cool stuff coming up. You guys are going to see me with today's adventure. You might see me with Fat and Spicy and a whole bunch of North Carolina hot sauce makers. Johnny's not coming this year. A couple years back, he was there, and they gave him and David. Blazing Foods was there with a booth. I seen Johnny, and we talked. I gave him a bottle of hot sauce stuff. But he was out, just walking around. I never could find his booth. Looked all over for it. So I don't think they're gonna come back as vendors. I guess they got put somewhere really, really out of the way. So, and yeah, that's the thing. I'm gonna apply next year, and hopefully I don't get put in that situation. But I think it's 20,000 people. I don't know. I read 8,000 a couple years back. But one of the news reports said 20,000 people come to this event. So it's a good time. It's gonna pour all day. So you know, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, we still get a decent turnout. Yeah, I'm gonna be there next year. I'm gonna have my sauces entered into the contest, and I'm going to get a booth so I can slang sauce at a hot sauce festival. That's where you really want to go. There's my 3 official, legal, certified sauces right here. If anyone ran across the pre-order link, it is pre-ordered. I can't fulfill those until Monday. They'll ship by Tuesday morning, but we'll release the link publicly Saturday, or some of you got it or have seen it somewhere. So either way, I just want to let everyone know, if you do order the sauce, I can't fulfill them until Sunday or Monday, and I'll get them out Tuesday. So my assessment of the Carmel Primotalii: stupid hot, really, really neutral. To me, it doesn't seem like it has any flavor, except for it has those floral and bitter notes, just like any super hot would. I think that's why I didn't care for it too much, because there wasn't another flavor to go along with those. Usually if I get something that's floral and bitter, there's another flavor. There's a citrus, or there's a fruity or sweet. This has no sweet notes, no fruity, it doesn't even have earthy tones. That's what's weird. Now, don't count it out, because that right there could possibly be the best powder in the world, for certain applications, because you got to think about it, that powders can change the flavor of your food, and taste like that pepper, which is what we want most of the time. But there's other times we don't. There's a lot of times when you're baking and you want to put a good amount of it in, like, man, I just don't want this brownie tasting like Reaper. This might be the ticket. This could be a brand new culinary pepper powder right here, because it does not have a lot of flavor, and when you dehydrate it, you lose most of the bitterness and pretty much all the floralness. So I think what I'm going to end up with is just straight heat, and or maybe there'll be some other flavors that come out in the powder form too. So as far as peppers go, you don't get much hotter than this. You know what I'm saying? This would be on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the hottest peppers. This would probably get a 9.5 all day. So heat-wise, yeah, I put it up there. Flavor-wise, doesn't have a lot of flavor. I don't care for it much, just to eat with food or to eat plain, but it's got a lot of oil. It has very little smell. It's got a little smell to it. It's definitely a different pod, and hey, I like it. I tried the Caramel Reaper, the Caramel Ghost. So I've had a couple caramel varieties, and they tend to be a little bit bitter if eaten fresh. So I went into it kind of expecting that, but it's freaking hey, it's hot as hell, and we'll see what happens with the powder. When I get some dried out, I'll dehydrate it and grind it up, and I will let you guys know. Promise you I will. I'll let you guys know how it is powder-wise. And I'm betting that it's going to be really, really good, and it's going to be screaming hot. So, Carmel Primotalii, Uncle Boca freaking loves you guys. Wow.